Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today is a very special video in honor of my dearest friend Alice, a very close loved one, which is why I set up this whole company. So if you do not know the story there, um, it is all in memory of her. And today, in memory of the beautifully random and spirited person she always was and always is in our hearts, I bought some things from Tokyo Toys. I think it was last Sunday. Today is Friday, so almost a week ago. Um, we have some slightly out of date, so they were reduced to £1.50. Kind of maybe Oreo-esque choco straws. I'm pretty sure I've not tried this flavour before. I'm going to say it is banana flavoured or something. Oh, okay, sorry, vanilla mousse flavour. Okay, so that sounds good. I have these puree. No, pure. It's an E covered up by the sticker. Pure. Sweet and sour fruit gummy apple flavour. I've never tried these before. These sound interesting. And some coffee jelly, which I definitely have never tried before. I'm absolutely certain. So these are all from Tokyo Toys, and this is, I thought, a beautiful way to remember our lovely friend and her beautiful, spontaneous self. She's just so random, and she just glowed with so much energy always, and inspired me so much, and still does to this day. She's one of those people you have to see her to understand. She just has this beautiful smile and passionate self. She's always so encouraging, always by your side, and just. I remember once when we were teenagers, we were at a church, and she was showing me a spider. I think a pastor or someone from the church had been abroad somewhere, and she was showing me the spider encased in something, and I think she was chasing her younger sister around the church with it. Um, so yeah, so in memory of Alice, this is a very. I tried to pick some random things from the shop, some random things to try. Um, and also apple not being my favourite food, that works well because Alice is, without a doubt, she's. I mean, it is not an understatement to say that I'm alive today because of her, but also in terms of who I am, she's got me to try new things, to try new ways to fight for justice and to keep trying to fight a good fight. So it is all very much because of her energy, her love that she gave us. So that's also a nice feeling. And coffee, I'm not a big fan of either. So again, trying new things, trying to remain open-minded despite how life can seem so, be such a downer, seems so dragging, and obviously we miss her so terribly, so immeasurably, but we feel her presence always. So yeah, that's I thought so that works well. Coffee and apple, trying new things because that describes her. She was always doing new things, always so meaningfully, looking out for everyone, trying to grow people around her. And she excelled at it so beautifully. She's always been one of my closest loved ones. So yeah, let's start with the apple then. Let's see what kind of experience this will be. Because Alice helped me develop so much in so many ways. I am who I am because of Alice, without a doubt. I would be a very different person without. So this is a small way of recognizing that I'm encouraged to try new things and try familiar things which maybe do not work the first time, but you keep at it. I always loved her. John 15:13 quotes, "No greater love have a man than this, that should give his life for his friends." That's what I believe. Living for your friends. Oh, these actually smell quite nice. I was not expecting a bad smell, but they're somewhat appley, but somewhat something else too. I was not really expecting that particular smell. There we go. Yeah, they have a very interesting smell. Slightly appley smell, maybe. Mm. with a nice bit of sugar. So they're kind of like a typical gummy we might get over here. Not too chewy, which is good. A small burst of flavour. Mm. Mm. The brand is Canro. And do you know what? They are not bad at all. I'd happily have those again. That little aftertaste, lingering taste is very apple-like, but immediately it's mostly just the sugar and the somewhat unique smell that you experience. But I would have those again. If you can chew three at a time and get obviously a greater build-up of flavour, that's nice. They're actually quite nice. I would have those again. They're not too chewy, even if you chew three at a time. So they're okay for my jaw. And yeah, and then there's that apple, more traditionally apple taste at the end, as though you were just eating an apple. Well, I like those. They're good. Okay, now let's try the vanilla, potentially Oreo-esque, something or other, choco straws. So this kind of product you seem to get worldwide these days. I'm sure I've had some sourced from within the UK. But I think I've mostly had them over the last couple of years from Tokyo Toys, but I'm pretty sure I've not tried this flavour, but I may be wrong. But I'm pretty sure. By the way, we will try it again. So, how many do we get? About 8 maybe? I like the packaging, nice bright yellow, like my bleach face shirt I'm wearing. Oh, it's very stretchy, the packaging. Oh, okay. I was not prepared for just how dark they would be. Very nice. Now the filling appears to be white rather than yellow. Mmm. Mmm. Oh wow. Despite being a solid, they pretty much dissolve in your mouth, which is good. It is almost cereal-like, maybe, this kind of wafer, but the gentle aftertaste of chocolate. Yeah, just put it into your mouth and it starts dissolving. Mm. Mm. Oh, they are very easy to eat, and yes, they do remind me of a cereal I had. So I suppose it's because there's some sort of milky concoction due to the vanilla, but I'm not sure if I'm actually tasting the filling. I'm not sure how much filling there is inside, but what I am tasting is nice. I think they're doing a balcony there. They forgot to put filling inside. Yeah, look, you can see through to the other end. Okay, they've done a balcony, but what you can eat is really nice. Mm. Okay, this one may have a bit more. I have eaten them all, every single one. The chocolate is nice, maybe not quite Oreo-esque. The vanilla flavouring appears to be white rather than yellow and almost entirely non-existent, but so I think they forgot to put some vanilla flavouring in. But what I could taste was nice. And they are so easy to eat, and they're somewhat cereal-like. They remind me of some of the nicer cereals that I had. I guess going back to childhood, because very, very rarely have cereal these days. Every now and again, maybe. They're nice. I'd happily have those again. They're nice and so easy to eat. Now, coffee jelly. Coffee jelly. This is what a fusion of ideas. Oh, okay. Okay, they have their own little square coffee jelly. So cute. They're okay. Individually wrapped. So it feels like a block of chocolate first and foremost. And as the picture shows, you have some white chocolate on top. Mm. 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 Oh, wow. Some Korean or Japanese writing on the back, or Chinese maybe. Oh, first of all, they are nice, definitely. How many do you get in a bag? I just love the unique things you can get from Tokyo Tourist, which is why I thought this would be a good video to dedicate to Alice. In particular, you never know what is going to be there, so many random things. Coffee jelly, what an interesting idea. I can safely say this is a first for me. So it looks like you get 6 in a bag. It's a bit pricey at £2.50, I think it was. Yeah, but what an interesting experience. So, sorry, that's my phone. What an interesting experience. So first of all, you have the dark chocolate, then the white chocolate, nice creaminess, I guess, to the white chocolate, nice dark chocolate. Then, because they are relatively small blocks, you have just in the middle, in the center, the jelly, you can, for the texture experience and a bit of taste, I suppose. And but as you're eating and chewing the white chocolate, the dark chocolate, and the jelly, and the smell of the coffee starts to come through. So, and often I find the smell of coffee overwhelming, but here it is okay. Here it is nice even. I like this smell. Uh, this is this is something I could see um, becoming a TikTok trend or something and taking the UK by storm. This is nice. So now we know what to expect. So it's white chocolate on top, dark chocolate on the bottom. I think I said it the other way around at Manuscope or whatever. Um, and then jelly in the centre, then in the centre, and you have this nice smell of coffee coming through. But it's definitely one of the positives, in addition to the flavour of the chocolate and the jelly, is the textural experience. There's just a nice experience of having that, not too chewy jelly, but jelly in the middle while you're eating the chocolate to help flavour the jelly. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, the smell of the coffee is not too strong. It is just there briefly. You can focus on it once or twice and it disappears. But that chocolate, that's good quality chocolate. I really like the chocolate. These are well made. They're a bit pricey, but I would love to have these again. These are nice, I have to say. Again, I like these, and I like the apple puree jellies. But I think these may be my favourite, but all three, for different reasons, are good. And all three are easy to eat, despite being very different texture experiences, having different consistencies and chewabilities and whatnot. So that's a neologism. But yeah, oh, these are nice. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially due to the personal reason for creating this channel and business in the first place. So thank you so much. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Apple flavoured jellies, coffee scented and jelly enhanced chocolate bites, I will call them, and cereal-esque wafers, which may or may not have vanilla inside. It is yet to be determined, but all three are nice. Mm.